Welcome to another reading lesson with Miss Meadows. I am so excited to be reading with you today and learning with you today. You are going to need your My Books today, so make sure you've got those My Books out. They should look like this. Make sure that is ready to go on your table to learn. Keep it out. Make sure it is under your iPad for now because we're going to do our anchor chart and our power words first, and then we will get into our story in here today. So, tuck that away for now. I want to hear you when we are doing our vocabulary. Right now, you can just listen. We're going to be talking about make and confirm predictions today is our anchor chart today. So, make and confirm predictions. So it says, before you read, make a guess or a prediction about what a text will be about. So we see this guy here and he's thinking, I think blank will happen because blank. Find evidence to help you make a prediction. Use what you know about text features, the genre, and the structure of the text. So before we read, we're going to think about the genre, which is like the type of story we're reading. We're going to be thinking about text features, and we're going to be thinking about how the book is structured to make evidence. So that will be evidence to help us to make a prediction about what the story will be about. And then as you read, we're going to stop to think about our prediction. So we're going to think, was my prediction correct or was it incorrect? If your prediction was correct, so yes, you confirmed your prediction. Keep reading. That means you were right and keep going. If your prediction was not right, that is A-okay. That happens. Miss Meadows predicts things wrong sometimes. You'll adjust your prediction or change your prediction and make a new one. Then you'll keep reading. So you might realize you weren't right the first time. That's A-okay. What you're going to do is next time, adjust it, make it something different. Say, well, now I know it wasn't this, so I'm going to change it and make it something else. So, our story that we're going to be reading today is called, What Are You Waiting For? The genre of the story is a fantasy story. It's got made-up events that couldn't really happen, so we're going to be looking for animals that talk or act like people. The story is going to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And we're going to look for ways the pictures help us to understand. Our purpose for reading today is to make a good guess or a prediction about what the text will be about, look at the title and the pictures to help us, and then read to see if we are right, and if not, make a new prediction. Our power words are early. If something happens, Miss Meadows made a mistake. The word is early. Can you say early? Very good. If something happens early, it happens before the time you are expecting it. So, for example, we almost missed the bus because it came early today. So it happened before you thought it was going to come, and so you almost missed the bus because it was early. Our next word is waiting. Can you say waiting? Very good. If you are waiting, you are staying ready for something that you think will happen. So, for example, we are waiting for the rain to stop so that we can have a picnic. You are waiting or staying ready for when the rain will stop so that you can go outside and have a picnic. The next word is touched. Can you say touched? Very good. If you touched something, you felt it with your hands or fingers. So, for example, I touched the soft, furry kitten. I felt it with my fingers or my hands if you touch something. The next word is sloppy. Can you say sloppy? Very good. Something that is sloppy is messy and not tidy. So my room looks sloppy before I clean it. Or before we clean our room at the end of the day after free time, our room sometimes looks sloppy before we clean it. It's messy or not tidy. And then the last one is blink. Can you say blink? Very good. When you blink, you open and close your eyes quickly. So turning on the bright lights made us blink. See if you can blink. Go ahead, try it. Good job. That's blinking, is opening and closing your eyes very quickly. If I close my eyes and hold them closed, that's not a blink. That's just closing your eyes. It's when you close your eyes really fast. All right, so go ahead and open up to What Are You Waiting For? I will tell you the page number in just a second. You will be on page 67. It looks like this. We've got our two characters. And before we read, I want you to think about your prediction about this story. So if you are on the right page, that's great. Start thinking about what you predict this story will be about. And if you need to pause the video for a second to find that page, that is A-okay. When I look at the, when I make a prediction about this book, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to look at the title of the book, and I'm going to look at the picture on the cover. So the title of this book is What Are You Waiting For? And when I make a prediction about this, I think that when it says, what are you waiting for, it maybe means that somebody is waiting for something. And I bet it would be one of these characters that we see on our screen. What are these characters we see? Can you tell me who they are? We might not know their names, but we do know what animals they are. I see what looks like a rabbit right here. And then I see over here what might be a raccoon or a badger, and I bet it will tell us in our story. But it looks like we have those two characters. It looks like the rabbit might be waiting for something, and then it looks like the badger or the raccoon might be looking at him going, what are you waiting for? So my prediction is that the rabbit is waiting for something, and that the raccoon or the badger is trying to figure out what they are waiting for. And I wonder if while we're reading we figure out at the end what the rabbit was waiting for. Let's see. The author is Scott Mention, the person who writes the words, and this book has a separate illustrator, or the person who draws the pictures, which is Matt Phelan. Go ahead, turn your page. What are you doing up so early? I'm waiting. So I'm noticing a text feature already. It's kind of hard to tell on this page because of the power words. But these words are in black, and these words are in brown. You can see it over here a little bit better, the black words and the brown words. The black words, the text feature shows us that that is when the raccoon or the badger is talking. So the black script is him, and the brown text is the rabbit. So the badger says, what are you doing up so early? The rabbit says, I'm waiting. What are you waiting for? Wouldn't you like to know? So I'm noticing as I'm reading that I believe my prediction was correct, that the rabbit is waiting for something, and then the other character is trying to figure out what it is, but the rabbit will not say it. Turn your page. Is it big? What? The thing you are waiting for. It can be. So, it's small? Sometimes. Is it friendly? When it smiles. So now it seems like the rabbit is kind of giving a little riddle. Like we're trying to figure out with different types of clues what the story is that we're going, or what it is that he's waiting for. He's giving clues. Instead of just telling us what it is, he's giving us some clues to figure it out. Does it have a mustache? That's funny, but no. Does it have eyes? Yup, sure does. Miss Meadows is trying to make a prediction as I'm getting these clues of what this could possibly be that Rabbit is waiting for, but I am not super sure what it is. I wonder if you are. If you have a prediction, tell me in the microphone so that I can hear it. Oh, that's a good prediction. I wonder if you're right. Let's see. Does it have legs or a tail? No legs, no tail. Well, that's good to know. Now I'm confused. Can't you just tell me what it is? That wouldn't be any fun. So right now, I hope you're making a prediction and trying to figure out, based off the clues that Rabbit is giving, what this might be that we are waiting for. We know that it can smile, that it doesn't have legs or a tail. We know that it's friendly, that it's sometimes small, but it's sometimes big. Let's see. Is it scary? I've seen it be scary. Is it quiet? Very quiet. Does it have wings? It can fly, but doesn't have wings. So it can be scary. It is very quiet. And it can fly, but it doesn't have wings. That's interesting. I wonder how it would fly. Check your prediction. Think about your prediction and see if it still matches up. If it can fly, but it doesn't have wings. So if your prediction was you thought it was a bird, it's not a bird because it doesn't have wings. So you would have to adjust your prediction and maybe guess something different. So it changes. It's always changing. Is it old? It's very old. I'm so hungry. Pretty please tell me what it is. Is it yummy? No, it's not yummy. Have you touched it? Not me, but others have. I'm still curious as to what this could be. When will it come? When it always comes. Is it sloppy? Smelly? Silly? Not sloppy, not smelly, not silly. I'm tired. I give up. Don't give up now. We waited all day. Will I miss it if I blink? What if I have to go to the bathroom? As long as you don't go to sleep, you won't miss it. If you don't go to sleep, you won't miss it. I wonder what it could be talking about. Okay, I'll jump up and down on one foot so I don't fall asleep. I'll jump with you. There they are, jumping together to stay awake so they don't miss it. I guess jumping made him tired. Uh-oh, he fell asleep. Oh no, I fell asleep. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? You woke up just in time. I don't see anything. Turn around. All right, here's where I think we're going to find out what it was, and we can see if our prediction was correct or not. Wow, it's everything you said it was. Look at that beautiful picture. What was it that he was waiting for? The moon. He was waiting for the moon. Up in the sky. I'm tired. Let's go home. Can we see it again tomorrow? Sure, but it might be different tomorrow. Great. I love surprises. All right, give me a hand raise if your prediction was correct. If you guessed it was going to be the moon and you were correct. Hand up. Miss Meadows didn't guess moon correctly, so I can't put my hand up. Now, raise your hand if you didn't guess moon, if you guessed maybe something else. That would be me. That would be Miss Meadows. I guessed something different, and that's okay. I had a different prediction than what it ended up being, which is okay. Because now if I read it again, I'll be able to predict that it was the moon that time. And how cool, because we know that it said sometimes it can be big, and sometimes it can be small. And we know that sometimes the moon is full, which means it's a circle, and it's big when it's like that. But sometimes the moon is small when it's just that crescent shape. And when and every night it changes, so it either gets bigger or it gets smaller. It said it was very quiet, which it is. It said if you went to sleep, you would miss it. So we know that the moon comes up at nighttime, which is when we're usually sleeping. So everything that the rabbit was saying was true. He ended up waiting for the moon. So now, I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope you liked it as much as I did. Your choice now is to do your choice board, your reading choice board, to unlock some gems. So you may go ahead, grab those papers, and get started. If you have any questions about your paper, feel free to ask your teacher about it. You can work together in a team if you are done at the same time as someone else to complete a paper together. But But have fun, enjoy, and work on filling up those jars, and I will see you tomorrow for another reading lesson. Bye, friends!